This is Ryan at Clovis Star Media. It's the 26th of January 2017, and I've saw a lot of social media because I have a lot of liberal friends who are celebrating that this Richard Spencer got punched because apparently he's a neo-Nazi. And I didn't know anything about the guy until 24 hours ago, and then I saw this come up. So I wanted to talk about this guy. I've done a lot of research on him. I sort of understand who he is. I'll fill in the details here with some video clips of more of who he is. But I want to relate this to what Obama had said about Fox News and how they picked certain wackos who even make him mad that are supposed to be representing him.
You talked to somebody who said, well, I don't know, I was watching Fox News and they said this horrible. Good, affordable health care might seem like a fanged threat to the freedom of the American people on Fox News.
Look, if I watched Fox News, I wouldn't vote for me.
Look, if I watched Fox News, I wouldn't vote for me either, right? Because, you know, you've got this screen, this funhouse mirror through which people are receiving information.
Fox News, on a regular basis, it is a constant menu. They will find, like, folks who make me mad. Look.
And so when people say that Richard Spencer or neo-Nazis or anybody else are representing Donald Trump, you don't get to pick your constituents. If, for example, Jesse Jackson ran for president and he had the new Black Panther movement following him and representing him or claiming to, how could he choose that if they chose to follow him? You know, he's the one leading. He's not following, he's leading them. So, you know, if they were out there saying, you got to kill crackers, and that's what the new Black Panther Party is saying, I'll prove that here in a minute as well, you know, and say, for example, he or even Obama had the new Black Panther Party supporting him and monitoring polling places with weapons and pushing white voters away. That was in 2008, and I'll also show a clip of that. So following this, I'm going to show you clips of Richard Spencer, who apparently is a neo-Nazi, but I have no idea why they're giving him so much, you know, media and so much attention. I think that this is a way to divide us. I don't think that, you know, not only does Richard Spencer not deserve the media that he's getting, neither does the new Black Panther Party, because they're both violent racists. You know, Richard Spencer is talking about ethnic cleansing. The new Black Panther Party is talking about so-called killing crackers and killing their babies. These are people that are what they call identity politicians, or you know, they're trying to corner a market in identity politics in a way that benefits their, you know, personal point of view. But more importantly, it draws attention to them. That's their main goal. They're narcissistic. They want people to, you know, be wowed and amazed that they would say such outlandish things, and that's what is drawing attention to them. So I think we're giving them too much media. I think we're giving them too much credit. I don't think these people mean a lot to Donald Trump or to Barack Obama. I don't think, except for the fact, and I'll show you this clip also, how Eric Holder's Department of Justice nullified charges on the voter intimidation charges on this new Black Panthers leader, where they had already got a conviction, they were ready to go on sentencing, and then when the Obama administration took over in 2009, they dropped all the charges on this guy. Which, so in some ways, not only were they supporting Obama, but in return, Obama was supporting them. I think it's all just a not so subtle conspiracy to turn each other against each other. I mean, if we're fighting each other, we're not going to focus on the politicians. We're not going to focus on the elite folks that are controlling the world. We're going to focus on each other, and we're going to focus on smaller, more stupid issues. So all these people celebrating that this Richard Spencer got punched, get a real life. Come on, there's bigger things to worry about in this world. Peace.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
Our lived experience is being a young white person in 21st century America, seeing your identity be demeaned. I've lived in this multicultural mess my entire life, and I'm trying to get out of it.
That's their plan. Everybody knows what the American Nazi Party is. Everybody knows what the Ku Klux Klan is. But National Policy Institute sounds like some boring office around here somewhere. Actually, they are white nationalists.
Some little weak charge on the new Black Panther Party of voter intimidation.
That's right.
Saying that we were in front of a polling place with a baton. Now, what would we look like in front of a polling place with a baton? You know we don't carry batons.
Right, that's right.
Psych.
I mean, I have a poll watcher certificate, so I can go inside.
No.
I think it might be a little bit intimidating that you have a stick in your hand. That's why, you know?
Yes. Who are you? No, I'm an attorney.
I mean, that's a weapon, so that's why I'm a little worried.
It's just that the new Black Panther Party, sometimes, whatever we do, we just tend to do it kind of strong, you know what I mean?
I hate white people, all of them. Every last iota of a cracker, I hate it. We didn't come out here to play today.
Sometimes whatever we do, sometimes we just do it just real strong.
We didn't come out here to play today. There's too much serious business going on in the black community to be out here sliding through South Street with white, dirty, cracker whore on our arm, and we call ourselves black men with African garb on. What the hell is wrong with you, black man? You had a doomsday with a white girl on your damn arm. We keep begging white people for freedom. No wonder we're not free. Your enemy cannot make you free, fool. You want freedom? You're going to have to kill some crackers. You're going to have to kill some of their babies. Let us get our act together. It's time to wake up, clean up, and stand up. Black power? Black power? I damn it, I said black power. Black power. Black power.
And for the record, for the inside the party, King Samir is welcome back in the new Black Panther Party. King Samir is welcome. The United States Justice Department, still under George Bush up until January, this is in November, immediately charged and sued the new Black Panther Party, King Samir, myself, and Brother Jerry Jackson, who was a poll watcher in Philadelphia at that time, charged and sued us all in federal court. The Justice Department changed hands into the Obama administration, and the Justice Department leadership changed into the hands of a black man by the name of Eric Holder, and they took a look at it and they threw most of everything out.
That's right.
The Department of Justice went after those new Black Panthers, won the case, and was ready to talk sentencing, when suddenly, under the new leadership of Eric Holder, someone at the DOJ made the call to drop the case.
Black power. Black power. We want power. We want control.
It just exists.
2015? Give me the most blatant racist example you can come up with right now.
I think you could probably find evidence that, in general, cops are more willing to shoot if the perpetrator is black than white.
What's your basis for saying that? Last year...
Well, look, I know a lot of people would say, look what's going on in Chicago.
I know what they would say. Yeah. I'm talking about what the facts are. 965 people were shot by cops last year and killed. 4% of them were white cops shooting unarmed blacks. In Chicago in 2011, 21 people were shot and killed by cops. In 2015, there were 7. In Chicago, which is a third black, a third white, and a third Hispanic, 70% of the homicides are black on black. About 40 per month, almost 500 per year last year in Chicago, and 75% of them are unsolved. Where's the Black Lives Matter on that? The idea that a racist white cop shooting unarmed black people is a peril to black people is BS. It's complete and total BS. And the reason for these so-called activists saying this is the assumption that racism remains a major problem in America. The media, CNN, especially MSNBC, runs down whenever a black cop shoots somebody, and it's some march on Washington. It's ridiculous. Black people, half the homicides in this country are committed by and against black people. Last year there were 14,000 homicides. Not talking about suicides, I'm talking about homicides. Half of them were black, 96% of them black on black of that 7,000. Where's the Black Lives Matter people on that? These are just the facts. I'll tell you something else, too. There was just a study, University of Washington, and it turns out cops were more reluctant, more hesitant to pull the trigger against a black suspect than a white suspect, probably because of the fear of being accused of racially profiling and the fear that the civil rights establishment was going to come down on them. So if anything, whites are more likely to be shot by a cop under certain circumstances than a black person. And in the last 30 or 40 years, the percentage of suspects killed by cops who are black has declined 75%. However, the percentage of whites killed by cops has flatlined.
Saying white power, that's a fucking problem, right? Oh my God, look at this racially inspired group from Donald Trump. No, I haven't been practicing. This is what I live. This is what I breathe. This is what I live in. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. You allow Black Lives Matter on campus, but you don't allow white power on campus. Why not? It's the same shit. Both are hate group, but neither are productive. So if you denounce one, denounce the other. Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization. That's what it is. I'm being honest with you, bro. I'm being honest with you.
Are you kidding me?
Let me tell you something. Listen, but let me be honest with you. I just want to say this, right? I want to tell you something right now. African Americans make up 13% of the population, yet commit over 50% of the violent gun and drug crime in the United States.
And you don't think there's a problem with those
No, that's true. It's 55%.
Okay.
Right? So 95% of that is to other blacks. So me as an African American, I have a 2,000 time more likelihood to be shot and killed by another black man leaving this event than I do by a white person, a police officer, and a neo-Nazi.
So you don't think that's a
2,000 times more percent. I mean, we're killing us as African Americans, we're killing each other. That's what the real fucking problem is.
Yo, this is a reverse mirror. She supposed to be talking.
I'm being honest with you. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. This is me and my brother right here. We got to stand together, man. Oh, but listen. I'm being honest. If Obama would have stood up and said, look, we're killing each other, we've got a problem within the African American community, he would have been phenomenal. But he's going to make it white people and of course,
she walked away.
Yeah, nothing there, you left, man. I'm being honest. I'm just being honest.
You're a young motherfucker. The left is too busy playing identity politics.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. I just had to say that, man. I'm being honest. I'm just completely honest. I'm 2,000 times more likely to be shot and killed by another black man leaving this event tonight, than I am any other race, color, creed, or police officer. That's where the fucking pain comes, man. That's sad. I can't hang out in black neighborhoods. I can't do that. I can't because it's a risk for me. It's a risk. It's sad. There's a problem within the African American community and it needs to be addressed. Obama didn't address it because he wanted the black vote, and Al Sharpton didn't address it because he's making millions of dollars off of victimizing African Americans. Trust me, I know how that is.